Crotchety old man next door harasses me to my breaking point, so I got my revenge. This guy Dan has been making my life hell since I moved into this neighborhood 7 years ago. I'm talking calling the cops because my grass was literally 1 inch too tall. 1 inch. The officer who showed up actually apologized to me because he could tell it was a waste of everyone's time. Dan ran out 3 families before me. I heard stories from other neighbors about how he'd blast his porch lights at people's bedroom windows at 2 a.m. or file noise complaints if kids were playing outside at 4 p.m. The family before me had a trampoline and he called code enforcement on them every single week until they just gave up and moved. At first I tried being nice, waved at him, offered to help with his trash cans, the whole thing. He told me to get off his property when I was standing on the sidewalk. That's public property, Dan. Then it got worse. He installed a camera on his fence that pointed straight into my backyard. Not at his yard, at mine. I could see the angle from my kitchen window and it was 100% aimed at my space. When I asked him to adjust it, he literally laughed in my face and said he could point his camera wherever he wanted. The final straw was when he threatened to shoot my dog Cooper. Cooper is a 12-pound terrier mix who has never been outside alone in his entire life. I always have him on a leash or he's in the fenced backyard with me right there. Dan yelled over the fence that if my dog came near his property, he'd take care of it himself. That's when I snapped. I spent an entire Saturday signing his address up for every mailing list I could find. Satanic church newsletters, Mormon missionary requests, Jehovah's Witness info packets, Playboy, like 6 different adult magazines, every political campaign from both parties, random insurance quotes, coupon books, everything. My fingers hurt from typing by the end. Then I ordered him a special delivery, 5 pounds of elephant crap in an anonymous box. Cost me $40 but worth every penny. I took the day off work to make sure I'd see it arrive. The mail carrier looked so confused carrying this box that clearly smelled horrible in the middle of July heat. She practically sprinted away after dropping it on his porch. I watched from my living room window when Dan opened the door. He picked up the box and immediately dropped it. His wife came out and I could hear them yelling from inside my house with the windows closed. But I wasn't done. That night around 11 p.m., I set up in my driveway with a big metal sheet from the craft store, wooden letters, spray paint, and my Bluetooth speaker. I made a sign that said, "Leave me alone" in huge letters, while blasting metal music at full volume aimed right at his bedroom wall. Our houses are like 15 feet apart, so I know he heard every second of it. Around midnight, I saw cop lights coming down the street, turned everything off and went inside. The officer knocked on Dan's door, not mine, because by the time he got there, everything was quiet. I watched through my window as Dan tried explaining that I was being loud, but there was no evidence. The cop left after like 2 minutes. I finished my sign and the next morning hung it on my back fence facing his stupid camera. Giant letters spelling out "Leave me alone" right in his camera view. That night, I decided to give him one more thing to think about. At 1 a.m., I went into my backyard in my pajama shorts and an old sports bra and just stood there staring directly at his camera for 20 minutes straight. Didn't move, didn't blink, just stared. If he wanted to spy on my yard so bad he could watch me being the creepiest person alive right back at him. The camera was gone by noon the next day. It's been 2 years and Dan hasn't said a single word to me.